Shout out to Money Brown, man. Errol Spence Jr. My boy Money Brown, he get a lot of money, that's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV and keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on out there, Fight World? This your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one here is on the unified welterweight world champion, Errol the True Spence Jr., and the WBA regular welterweight world champion, and Yordenis Ugas. Now, I just talked about this situation. Errol and Ugas might be a possibility, depending on what Manny Pacquiao do, right? If Manny Pacquiao go and fight Conor McGregor, instead of fighting this killer right here in Errol the True Spence Jr., the WBA is looking to strip him for the WBA Super World title. And it's looking like they want to upgrade Ugas to the Super Champ and let Ugas take on Errol Spence Jr. in the pay-per-view bout. So that will leave Errol and Ugas in a unification bout, which is okay with me. Okay with me. We all know Errol Spence is on a mission to be undisputed. We know he wanted the Manny Pacquiao fight. We know Manny Pacquiao bring a lot to the fucking table that a lot of people like to discredit. But nonetheless, that's one scrap closer to undisputed if he was defeated Yordenis Ugas, and it leaves us with Errol Spence and turns Bud Crawford. But Errol is looking to get that scrap up off of Manny Pacquiao or Yordenis Ugas. Either or is on the PBC side. It make a lot of sense. You can put it on pay-per-view, right? And it's valid. Nobody can question the Yordenis Ugas fight against Errol Spence if it's for the WBA super title, right? Now Ugas, one hell of a fighter. Cuban style, been at 147 making some noise, been calling out everybody, right? Can fight his ass off, very, very credible, right? Know he faced Sean Porter. A lot of people think he beat Sean Porter. A lot of people think he dropped Sean Porter, and he's a WBA regular champion right now. So, Ugas is very credible. Now, a lot of people go try to discredit this man. Oh, he's not Terrence Crawford. We know he's not Terrence Crawford. But that don't mean he's not in position to fight for a world title. I look at Ugas as the number 6 welterweight in the world. He's that damn good, right? He's that damn good, in my opinion. So, my thing is, if they do update Ugas to the WBA super champion, he becomes the man, and he can face this man right here. Nobody can deny that. Now, Errol, we know Thurman just said some shit about you. We don't know what they're going to do about Keith Thurman. We know he used to be the WBA super champ that he lost to Manny Pacquiao, right? He came out saying he wanted to face Errol Spence, saying this, that, and all that shit, but we don't know how true it is, right? But Errol Spence is back. He want to be undisputed. He just defeated Danny Garcia. So his next fight is looking to be on pay-per-view. And for a fight to be on pay-per-view, Errol have to have somebody of substance. You just can't put anybody in the ring and go on pay-per-view. Errol Spence knows that. He's a killer. He's not begging down from no one, right? From no one. But at the same time, you do want to do great business. And Yordenis Ugas, you must admit, he can be great business. Right on the PBC side with Godfather Al. A lot of people go try to discredit that shit. But it is what it is, man. I'm not fit to hold nothing back. I'm not fit to sugarcoat anything for nobody anymore. Right? Yordenis Ugas is a PBC fighter. Errol Spence is the PBC fighter. They can make this happen in a matter of minutes. Yordenis Ugas understand his position. He understands that he's going to be the B-side. He will accept that to face someone like Errol Spence Jr., right? To face someone like Errol Spence Jr. and make him, a very, very, very valid opponent if he can get to the ring with him. It'll put a lot of spotlight on Ugas. If Ugas can somehow beat Errol Spence, just think about what that does for him. And Ugas is not going to pass up on that opportunity. He's not going to pass up on that opportunity. Now, looking at this fight, it's one hell of a fight. Styles make fights. And Ugas is a fighter. He's a banger, bro. He know how to box, but his natural instincts is to fight. because he walked Sean Porter down. He was getting to the body, and he was having a lot of fucking success. A lot of success. So him and Errol Spence style, it will clash. It will clash, and it will be one hell of a fight. Now, a lot of people go try to shit on Errol if he face Ugas, but you got to remember, Ugas is the same guy that a lot of people say Errol Spence duck. He's the same guy that a lot of people said Errol Spence duck when Errol went and faced Mikey Garcia. Do y'all remember that? Because I sure do. I damn sure remember it. Understand what I'm saying? But just looking at this fight, I know it's a credible fight. I don't care what other people think. I know this is a credible fight, and Ugas will make it a fight. You feel me? Because he's coming to fight. You can't go get on the back foot and try to be conservative against Errol Spence Jr. It's not going to work. He just go walk your ass down, maul you down, body you to death until he break you and knock your ass out if you can't stand the pressure. Yordenis Ugas is going to go forward with Errol. He's going to try to get to Errol's body as well. As you can see, he in great fucking shape, just like Errol Spence. He always come in great shape. He's not afraid to fight. He got a high IQ. He understands that body work is needed in the ring. He's going to try to get the Errol body just like he tried to get the Sean Porter body, right? And he's not going to back down, in my opinion. Ugas is not going to back down. He's up for the challenge, right? He's going to challenge Errol Spence Jr., and he's going to give us our money worth. He's going to give us our money worth. Now, true, I want Errol Spence versus Turnbull Crawford just like everyone else. I do. So I understand people's frustration and what they're trying to say, this, that, and the third. But don't blame Errol Spence. Blame Bob Arum. Blame Bob Arum, right? Blame Bud Crawford for not accepting the 40%. But don't blame Errol Spence, and don't try to blame Yordenis Ugas for being in position to fight for 2 world titles. Not 2, 3. If he get elevated to the WBA Super Champion, assuming Manny Pacquiao gets stripped if he go fight Conor McGregor, right? Now, this is all allegedly. This don't mean that this fight is signed, sealed, and delivered, no one. So don't take this out of context. Don't go crazy. Don't go trying to say Earl ducking already. He trying to fight Ugas and none of that bullshit. Everything depends on Manny Pacquiao and what move he makes next. So if Manny Pacquiao decides to go fight Conor McGregor and let go that WBA Super title and they elevate Yordenis Ugas, then Errol Spence and Yordenis Ugas might be the fight. They might be the fight, and I'm not going to get pissed off at it because it's very credible, because it's for a world title. Understand that. It's for a world title. And guess what that do? Put us one step closer to undisputed Errol Spence Jr. versus Turnbull Crawford, right? Because that's what everybody want to see. What's the best thing to see with Errol Spence Jr. and Bud Crawford if it's for undisputed? It gets no bigger than that. Bud say he want to be undisputed at another weight division. Then if Errol Spence got 3 scraps, that make him that much more intriguing and appealing. But we all know the situation with the business side that I'm not going to get into because this video is about Errol and Ugas. But I will touch on that in another video. But looking at this fight, this is one hell of a fight. I want to know y'all thoughts on this because a lot of people go try to discredit it. But I look at it as a fucking hell of a fight, bro. One hell of a fight. Like I say, Ugas has earned his way and worked his way to be in a world title fight. I feel like he deserves a world title fight. I really do. I really do. Yordenis Ugas, to me, is that good. Right? He's that good. Now, I'm not going to make it like he's just, oh, he going to go in there and beat Earl, or he going to go beat Bud, or beat Sean, or beat Danny, or even a fucking Jerron Ennis, or someone of that nature, even a Thurman. But he has the skills to. He has the heart to. Right? I don't see him bagging down from nobody. Nobody. Right? And I kind of call him the little boogeyman of the division. I kind of call Ugas the little boogeyman of the division. He got history with everybody. We all know he beat Terrence Crawford in the amateurs, but Terrence Crawford don't want to fight him. So now he got an opportunity to face Errol Spence Jr., the unified welterweight world champion, the king of the division, the money man, turn into the pay-per-view star of the division, and he's going to take that opportunity. Ugas is not going to turn down an Errol Spence fight for nobody. He's not going to go fight Turnbull Crawford. He's not going to go fight Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, or nobody up under them over Errol Spence Jr. The only name that I say he'll probably fight over Errol Spence would be a Manny Pacquiao fight. A Manny Pacquiao fight. But other than that, Errol Spence Jr. is the top dog of the division. He's running the division, and no one is going to turn him down. No one is going to turn him down. So that's why it's kind of funny that Bud don't want to accept the 40%, right? But at the end of the day, dog, Ugas versus Errol Spence, it's a hell of a fight. It's very credible, right? And I want you guys to really pay attention to what Manny Pacquiao do next. Pay attention because it's going to, let us know what next move will get made in the welterweight division. It's going to let us know. Now, I want to see Manny Pacquiao face Errol Spence. I want to see, the man that beat the man to face Errol Spence because Pacquiao is the man that beat Thurman, took his scrap. And if Errol was to beat Pacquiao, then, it put a stamp on it. It put a stamp on it. You feel me? But everybody, Ugas, Errol Spence, Ugas, for 3 world titles on a pay-per-view fight. It's a big fucking fight. It's another good look for Errol Spence. If you take out Ugas, it just go add on to his legacy. It put us one step closer to Turnbull Crawford. Turnbull Crawford will have the opportunity to face a Sean Porter, a Keith Thurman, or a Mikey Garcia, somebody that's creditable, right? To build up his status a little bit more as well. And we can go into that big old undisputed fight with Errol and Bud. And we can put all this shit to the rest and see who's the best. You feel me? Put all this shit to rest and see who's the best. Period. But Errol Spence versus Yordenis Ugas is a hell of a fight. We'll just see what happens in the future. 2021 can shape up to be a great fucking year for boxing. We just gotta wait and see. Until then, this your boy Monty. This the NSBC moving. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App. TreyHopter52@gmail.com on PayPal. If you can't, just tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the video. And y'all know how I get down. Big dog status.